Hello, everyone. I just want to say thank you for taking a few minutes to join me and the others that are on the Zoom. So, welcome, and let's start talking about, are you and your home still a good fit? So, let me get us over to our PowerPoint. Let's talk about this. You know what? Are you and your home a good fit? You know, so often as we age and we get into thinking about the possibilities of us aging in place, one of the things we ask ourselves is, we are in a situation where baby boomers are going into a longer time of being in a situation where they can live 30 years, 40 years at a mature age. That's what I'm going to say. And with stating that, 10,000 baby boomers turn the baby boomer age every single day. Did you know in 2014, there were a little over 42 million people, 46 million, excuse me, people 65 and above. It's projected by 2030, there will be 73 million people in that age. Out of that group, 70% are likely to use long-term care at some point. Now, beyond each and every one of these numbers, it's not just a number. Let's put this into perspective. Every one of those people or every one of those numbers, it's a person. It's an experience. It's a body. It's a soul. It's a life. Pretty deep, huh? Well, let's talk about this as well. Most people out of that 70% will end up wanting to stay in their home or a derivative of their home and not go into assisted living or a care situation if they can choose not to. How many of you feel that way? I do. And I ran assisted livings and memory care communities for 25 years. I was in healthcare 33. I don't want to go into one. However, it's okay if I need to. Yet, my parents being one of those, they say, let me stay home as long as possible. But home can change. If we have the right set of expectations and the home is situated where it's on one level, or we have it situated where it's where we can take care of ourselves, we have the care brought in where we're not unsafe, and where we're in a situation to meet our needs safely and predominantly alone, we're going to be happy, right? Well, let's chat a little bit more about this. You see, most older adults want to age in place in their home and be where they are used to being. Now, they want the comfort, they want the convenience, they want the strong emotional attachment that they've had with their home. However, most people say they would rather stay in their home where they have that emotional attachment versus get the money out of it. That's pretty strong. So I want to ask you something. What needs to happen for you to stay in your home? Is it currently, in its current state, still a good fit for you to remain 5 years, 10 years, What if you live 20 years? Is it still okay? You know, we need to discuss that. Let's take a look around your house with your future in mind. Do you have handrails along the stairs? What about a walk in the shower? Can you just walk in it? Or are you having to pick your legs up 18 to 20 inches to get in? Is that getting a little harder? Have you had some recent slips, but yet not a fall in the shower? Thank the Lord. Are your doorways wide enough for a wheelchair? Evaluate your living spaces. See if they're ready to age gracefully along with you. Give you something to think about, right? Well, we're first going to talk about where you're currently at, what you're happy with your house, what are your struggles with living in your current home in its current situation, what are the challenges you're having, and where would you want to be? That's your B. Your A is where you currently are. Have you had recent falls? Have you been tripping over things? Are the kitchen cabinets way too high and you're climbing up step stools to reach things in your cabinets? Or are you having to bend way over and get down on your knees to get things out of the back of the kitchen cabinets? Either way, both can be hazards to you. If you're already having trouble with them, is that conducive to staying there another 10 to 15 years? Or do you love it so much you want to spend a little bit of money to make it where you can continue to live there without any issues and continue to make that your forever home with just a few modifications? What do you want? What is your ideal situation? And how far away is that from your current situation? A lot to think about, right? It is. Are you experiencing a little more of a challenge getting over the side of the tub, like I mentioned? Are things slippery in your house? Would you feel a little more secure having a walk-in shower and a bench to sit on? Yeah, it would make things easier, wouldn't it? Do you have someone come over and help you with routine cleaning, or are you still trying to do it all? Don't tell me you're still climbing up ladders to change those vent filters. And Lord knows, I know you are not going up and down the ladder, changing the light bulbs. Well, if you're like my daddy, he's going, well, who else is going to do it? You live an hour and a half away. Think about it. Tell me about reaching the items that are in the back of the very top of the closet. Look, I'm having to get on a ladder to do that in my house. I'm 51. I get unsteady climbing up the top of the ladder with all the stuff. What's happening to you if you're in your late 60s, your 70s? And oh, I do not even want to think what's happening if you're in your 80s. I understand. We're talking now and getting into a totally different beast when we're talking about the outside of this house and all the outside maintenance. Who's going to take care of the HVAC? What are you looking into? And are you making sure someone's coming to do your pest extermination? And do you have standing agreements to make sure that the HVAC's taken care of and that the gutters are cleaned out? And Lord knows you're not going to go up on that roof. Please tell me you're not going up there. Are all of these things that you're still wanting to take care of? Do you have someone looking into it for you? I hope so. Now, I'm not saying you can't stay in your home. What I'm saying is, where do you want to be? What is your B? What is your ideal living situation? If I said, okay, you are right here in this home that you've lived in for 25 years, and you love it and you have given it your everything. You have so many memories here, and you've done an awesome job at maintaining it. And we can make you a bedroom here on the first floor. We can add you a walk-in shower and expand this half bath into a full bath. And we can give you that. And we can give you everything you need to continue living here. And we're going to need to spend about $30,000 total with the upfitting. And we can do this. And then you look at me and you say, I really want to, but I don't need 3,200 square feet of a house. Well, in an ideal situation, where do you want to be? What's your goal? If you still want to live independently, we can do that. We can sell your home and we can get you into a patio home, a 2,000 square foot patio home, an 15 to 1,800 square foot small home of your own. You can live in a 55 and above community where there's tons of activities that are already planned, and all you got to do is show up. Describe what you would change about your current house in order for you to age in place. I can't help you until you are totally specific and very detailed in what you want. Then I can help you. What's holding you back from making the changes? Your help is in who can help you. And that can be done by telling me what your goal is. Now, let me explain a little bit about this overwhelming feeling that you have right now. Take a breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. We can start small. We start with the room or rooms that you use the most. We focus on something challenging for you at this moment, like navigating the stairs to get to your bedroom. That's a big challenge. We then move on to the things like improving the lighting in the house and decluttering your pathways. How often do we just throw things down wherever because we go past it, and it's easier to do that than put them high up in the closet or in the back of the utility room closet, or just because we live alone and who comes to visit us. But those things and those decisions end up causing us to have issues with possible tripping. And we're not thinking about that. We're just throwing it down and making our lives easier. Let's focus on ways to make your home comfortable, safe, and remain a good fit for you and your lifestyle. You know what? Every year when you're doing some spring cleaning, take one step in making your house age-friendly. You know, you don't age overnight. It happens a little along. And every year, you've seen where there have been some changes. I'm going to bring up several pieces in each one of the big rooms here. In our bathroom, Install a walk-in shower to avoid falling. Place a shower chair or a bench in the shower for bathing. Swap out shower heads for a handheld nozzle to enable sitting while you're rinsing off. You might need to sit and use your handheld shower or nozzle in order not to fall and in order to take a shower, because you know what? It's just easier and it's safer to sit versus stand. It's okay. Install grab bars on the shower wall and near the toilet. We get tied up with the appearance of having assistive devices versus making it safe for ourselves. It's not about anyone else, it's about you. It's about making things safe for you and you being in your home, aging safely and aging where you are most comfortable and where you want to be. Get a higher toilet. Oh my goodness. When I moved in my house 2 years ago, you know what I did? We got a new higher toilet seat. We got one of those really high ones, and now my legs don't even barely reach the floor when I sit down. I know that was a little too much, but I keep it real here. I keep it real, but I don't have problems getting up. How many of you have a low toilet seat and have problems getting up off the toilet? You know, there are plenty of devices that you can put on top of your toilet seat that help you get up, help you get down, and you can also get them where they're higher. Hey, look, it's all about keeping it real. What about in your bedroom? Did you know if your stairs are too hard to navigate, you can change out an office and make it your bedroom? Make sure that the bed is easy to get in and out of. Purchase bed risers if you need them. But you don't want it too high where you're having to climb or you're going to fall out of the bed. You got to find the happy median. Invest in adjustable bed for extra comfort. Pretty good thinking, huh? What about in your kitchen? What do you need? Did you know that there are stoves with safety features on them that alert you if a burner's left on? Adjust the location of your major appliances so that they're easier to reach. Just because you've always had the microwave up high above your stove doesn't mean that it can't be placed in the lower part of your cabinet where it's easier for you to get to, especially if you end up needing to be in a wheelchair. Because then you can reach it whenever you need it, and you don't need somebody there with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can get to it and you can put your food in there and you can sit it up on the counter and do it all by yourself and still age in place. Get the refrigerator with handles that are accessible from a wheelchair or a walker. They're not up high. It's just an easy reach over. Get the slide out drawers or trays to existing cabinets for better access. There's plenty of tricks to the trade, girls, and I'm here to tell you, it makes your life easier. Now, when you're talking about that furniture, you got to declutter and you've got to get rid of the extra furniture to make rooms easier to navigate. Get the chairs with armrests, because when you're aging, you want something to reach back and make sure you're in the right place so you don't miss it. Yeah, you don't want to miss that chair. And it helps you stand up and sit down when you have those armrests. If needed, purchase a lift chair. So many of the recliners are lift chairs. Just remember, don't put the cords in the pathways and don't put the cords under rugs. They create fall hazards and trip hazards. Now, lighting is a bit tricky, and this is why. Sometimes we want the beautiful lighting and we want it just for looks. But you know what? It needs to be functional. And as we age, we need a little more light to see things than it just being nice and dim. Make sure that you have those easy install light switches on the wall where it's a tilt versus a flip. Because how many of you, if you've got one thing in your hand and a cup of coffee in your other hand, you can't just easily flip it on and off. But if you go over, you can put your elbow on it and make it go up and down. It's just harder to do the flip on the switch. You need to have ample lighting inside and outside to create a safe navigation in all areas. Now, let's not forget about having some lighting in that closet, because a lot of times our closets are full, and we think we can just open the door and reach in and get something, and something ends up falling on us. So that becomes, well, problematic. Floors and rugs. Secure your area rugs if you have them. You want to have as much of your floor be non-slippery as possible. And if you're up walking around, get those socks that have the little grips on them. That way you're reducing the probability of a fall, and you are less likely to end up in an emergency situation or late after the stun is gone from you actually hitting the floor, and you're laying there waiting for your son or daughter to get there from 2 miles down the road because you refuse to call EMS. And you're laying there and they walk in and you just say, "I'm fine, I just can't get up." They're going to say, "I've fallen and I can't get up again." There's either a country song or there is a book in that saying, and I'm not sure which one. Maybe a book. Good idea, huh? Just saying. Anyway, I see that, Deborah. Yeah, it's a good one. We got to be careful. So many people fall and hit their heads and they cause brain bleeds. We can prevent a lot of that by non-slip grips and non-slip actions with our shoes and our socks. Just say it. Let's be careful, people. Let's be careful. Let me throw something in here, guys. What do you need to change about your house? Small changes equal big impact. Are you sitting here feeling a little bit overwhelmed? Yeah. What do you need to do today to go from where you are right now in your house to get to where you want to be? What is that new house? And when I say new house, what does that house that's going to take care of you and provide that safety look like? It might be your same home. And I hope whatever your your future, your want, which is your B, your ideal situation, your B, is aging in the appropriate place that gives you and brings you joy. That joy can come. It can come in the form of your current home. It can come in the form of downsizing. It can come in the form of finding the appropriate setting for whatever housing situation best meets your wants, needs, and wishes. I can help you. What am I talking about? It's like this. What are you having issues with? What are you needing help with? You need assistance in helping you age in place, right? That may be in your current home or in a new home that best fits your needs, and now and in the future. You need a consult. You need a consult where you get your options, you get help to guide you in making the best decision to get you to your B. That's when you trust the process of decluttering, downsizing, implementing safe measures for now and the future, and making sure you are ready for the next stages of life. That's where I can help you. And you need to take the next step. What's that next step? That next step is calling me, texting me, or emailing me at the information listed here. Let's get you started on your journey from A, the current situation you're in, living in the house you're in. Let's make sure it's your house fitting you, you being best served in your current living state. And if that's where you want to continue to age in place, let's figure out if you have everything in place or what needs to change. How can we make that living arrangement meet all of your needs for as long as you can possibly stay there? Or let's discuss what your wants, needs, and wishes are. Let's see how we can meet those wants, needs, and wishes and get you to that appropriate place where you feel you are living your best life for the remainder of your life. It doesn't mean you can't go and find a new place to call home and live there and age in place there in your home. It means we might need to look at options and continue to age in your home. We just need to find the right home and help you age in place there. Sometimes our homes just don't fit us anymore. That's not a bad thing. What do you want? What's your ideal setting? I can help you. I will tell you that this picture of the yard and the lighting and the serenity that this gives me with having the lights and everything turning on when I walk outside, and having flower beds be not an issue, but raised gardens or just great big flower pots with my flowers in them, and something easy for me to do. And having the seating so it's nice and comfortable, and having it just all taken care of for me so that I don't have to worry about doing the yard, and I can play with my plants and everything lit so pretty and done for me, where that it automatically, when I say done for me, the sun turns, it's solar, and then the sun goes down and the lights come on. That is so appealing to me. And just sitting out and enjoying the night, how how nice is that? I can see myself here. How do you see yourself spending your evenings? I want to be relaxed. I want to be with my honey, and I want to enjoy the evening. And that's awesome. And I can help you in finding that sweet evening serenity in your new home. I appreciate the opportunity of chatting with you today about you and your options for you and your home being a good fit. If there is anything I can do to assist you in making sure that you are where you need to be, I am a call away. My phone number is 704-467-0552. It's time for you to give me a buzz. Reach out and text me or email me at sellershomeswithheart@gmail.com. And let's talk about what your options are, where you're at, and where you want to go. I look forward to talking with you soon.